Guys, we made it back out to SEMA. We're just here at the show today, so I'm gonna try my best to find as many GR86s and BRZs as I can. We're over at the Toyota booth, and they've got some pretty cool cars over here to check out. We're gonna take a look at this one specifically. This is their BZ Time Attack EV concept. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this compared to the new Subaru Concept B or Concept E. This kind of got, you know, Corolla Cross, RAV4 vibes to it, but this was built specifically for time attack and hill climb. You can see it's all gutted inside, cage and everything, and the big wing on the back. In addition to the big wing on the back, we also got this massive rear diffuser down here as well. Honestly, this thing looks kind of cool. Obviously, we've got one of the GR Cup cars displayed. We talked about this a while back. This thing has probably got to be a riot to drive. Maybe one day we'll get the opportunity to drive one out on the track. But over here, we've got the Yuzu Edition GR86. Pays homage to the release series FRS that sported the same Yuzu yellow. This is essentially a GR86 with a performance package. You get the Brembos and such with the added aesthetic. So you get the paint and the TRD lip kit all around. They're only making 860 of these, so limited run of those. If you are a big fan of the color and you really liked the release series FRS, you may want to opt for this. But if you're looking purely in terms of performance, you're not going to be seeing anything better really than, you know, what you can get from a normal GR86. It's funny, you take a closer look at the GR Cup car, and you know they've got this vent on the hood here. You can clearly tell that it is a 3D printed vent. But if we go over to the Supra over here, the Supra gets a nice carbon fiber vent. Why can't they do this for the GR Cup car? It looks so much better. Maybe we should make these for that in carbon fiber. Let's take a look at the GR Corolla TC race car here. I kind of want to do this to our GR Corolla. Obviously not to this extent where we're completely gutting the interior and doing, you know, fuel cell in here, but I do want to get that car out on the track, throw some performance stuff at it, try and get the most performance that we can and see how it feels compared to the GR86. If we take a look in the front here, we can see some venting. Obviously these cars have some overheating issues, but they've got some ducting going on to help direct the airflow into the radiator. It looks like they've got an oil cooler here as well. Got some flares installed on the front. In the back, I think it's just the same body lines, nothing too crazy. So yeah, on the back, it still retains the same flares. In the rear, and then we've got an APR, I think this is an APR wing on the back that's braced through the window. Got polycarbonate window on here. Single exit, center exit exhaust. So essentially, it's a GR Cup car, but GR Corolla. So right next to the Toyota booth, we've got this Hakone Edition GR86 that's sporting the Artisan Spirits wide body kit. Honestly, one of my favorite kits that are available for this car because it gives a car an OEM plus look. A lot of kits out there, I feel like, try and do too much to change things, and it's not always a good thing. This retains the smooth, sleek body lines of the car without trying to do too much. And like I said, gives it that OEM plus look that I love. It's got some Alpha Rex headlights on here. I think they've got some Alpha Rex taillights as well. They're just missing some, you know, Driven Media GR86 DRL bezels. Hopefully we'll get those out soon and we'll see them out in the wild. I cannot wait to see those on cars. Also, it's cool to see this color out and about. I've not seen a lot of these, especially modified. I've said it before, I do prefer the previous Hakone Edition Pearl, but this is growing on me as I see more and more of them and I see them being modified. Again, paint matched kit, everything looks great. We've got some T37s on there, some bronze T37s on there, which perfectly with the green. This thing looks amazing. over at the Rays booth, we of course got to check out some wheels. Looking for these little new tags here. So this here is the 57 TR. I'm not sure if I saw this last year or not. I might be thinking of these 57 NRs down here. Also looks like they're bringing back the Sakura Pink for the 57 CRs. And then if we come over here, they've got some new finishes. So these T37s here, there's these two kind of chrome finishes. This is the brushed, we've got a brushed finish. And this one is more of a polished chrome. Not my, you know, not my preference, but I know some of you guys out there like that chrome look, and it does work well on some builds. They've also got, I mean, every year they have some of the most amazing builds at their booth, but this wide body Adro Supra definitely caught my eye, which brings you over to the S2000 over there with the Varus wide body kit and the checkerboard carbon. Look at this. I love that checkerboard carbon. Such a premium look. And then right next to that, we have this crazy Evo. Look at all of the aero on this. The massive canards, front splitter, all this dry carbon. This thing looks nuts. Look how thick that wing is. The airfoil on that is just massive. Pretty much the same wheels at the Yokohama Advan booth every single year, but even then, each time I see these Advan DT Beyond, I fall in love all over again. How concave they are, the spoke design, it's just... Also, kind of want to get an A86 and toss a set of these on there. What do you guys think? What finish? What finish should we do? Sard GR86, lots of goodies on here. So Sard carbon fiber front lip, and then a little mixture over on the side. So we've got the APR side skirts and rear spats, and then the Sard wing on the back. I'm sure there's a lot of performance goodies on here as well. Probably the CSG spec Tane coilovers. And if we take a look on the front here, look at this. There already is carbon fiber vent. Looks like Track Spec beat us to it, so I need to reach out to them. Maybe this is something that we offer on the website. They also have some other vent options as well, but I'll talk to them and see what we can do about that. Look at this lip though, really aggressive. At the My Japan Direct booth, ran into an old friend of mine. This is Craig's Result Japan BRZ. So he's got the front bumper, added the hood, the fenders, side skirts, over fenders, and wing. I think the hood and the fenders are new. He actually did a custom carbon fiber inlay for the vents on the fenders here and right behind the wheels. We've got some new raised wheels on here, some bronze wheels. He also did change the color up, so this kind of satin blue. What's the blue on this called? So Frost Azura Blue is what this wrap color is called. But he's also got some new lighting on here. So we already had the Valenti headlights and the tail lights, but I think he added the Valenti side markers, so you kind of see this jewel design. And if we take a look at these mirrors, you can see that they're a little bit bulkier than the stock mirrors, and that's because he added the Valenti turn signals into the mirrors. So these are integrated into the mirrors themselves, so they're a little bit thicker than the OEM mirrors, but you get that added addition of the turn signal being built in. You get a glimpse of the tail lights on the back with the wing, and then rear diffuser. Again, all Result Japan stuff, Valenti tail lights. And I know he's added a bunch of Cusco stuff. If we take a look into the interior, we can see some lighting additions. I need to install my kit from Low Glow. but it's cool because you can customize where you put this. So I saw in Steven's car, he puts it one place, but then in Craig's car here, he's changed it up and put it straight across and right below the armrest and then all across the dash as well and around the shifter trim area. So a lot of customization you can do with that kit. And then if we take a glimpse through the hood, you can see the Racer X piece that's in there, fiber manifold that I actually have not seen before. So that was cool to see. He popped the hood earlier. I didn't get a shot of it, but you can kind of get a glimpse right there of that carbon fiber manifold. This thing's looking good. Super aggressive front end there, especially with that race bred front splitter and the Valenti taillights or headlights. Take a look at this. So we saw the Xeno wide body last year, but this is a different car, different color. I really like this color. Honestly, I wish the hood was paint matched. Not a big fan of just completely full carbon exposed body panels, but maybe if they just expose the vents, I think I like that. But this car looks amazing. This kit is such an aggressive kit. The only thing that bothers me on this kit is the kind of weird strake over the rear quarter panel. And I get that it kind of flows with this body line of the car here and flows through, but the fact that it just shows up there in the rear kind of bothers me. If we go down to these wheels though, my goodness, my dream Workmeisters, all white. We've got some gold hardware going around to match those gold APG brakes. And then if we take a look inside, guys, take a look at these white Recaro bucket seats with the white roll cage. That goes crazy. The white wheels, the white seats, the white roll bar. This thing is looking nuts. This is the Fujitsubo GR86. We've got some Grow exterior parts on here, so carbon fiber front lip, and then some sleek over fenders, front and rear, carbon fiber side skirts. So here's the rear over fenders. Nothing too crazy. And in the back, carbon fiber rear diffuser and duckbill. Underneath the car, you can kind of see the Fujitsubo Sport catback exhaust with two different tips. So on this side, we've got the burnt tip, and then on this side, we have the carbon fiber tip. Now, if you aren't a fan of, say, the burnt or the carbon fiber, you can also go with a gold or bronze tip. They've got these as well. I think there's a new product actually over here that I can show you guys that's currently on the car. So you can see this car has a hood prop, but it is not the stock hood prop. It is a titanium one. So over on this display here, you can see all the different applications. But they have one for the GR86s and BRZ, burnt titanium finish, blue up top, fades down to the raw titanium. So if you're looking for something bougie to spice up that engine bay and you don't want hood struts, you can go with a titanium hood prop. Look at that. That's crazy. Also, this has the NK RS05 RRs on here. I always wondered what these would look like on this car. Let me know what you guys think. I thought it'd look pretty good, but I'm not sure if I'm a fan of these skinny multi-spoke wheels on this particular car. I don't know. Right outside of North Hall, we've got another GR86. This is Aaron's GR86. At first glance, you might think it's another Hakone edition GR86, but I believe that it's just a wrap. Last year, I think this car was wrapped like a satin white color. This year, it's wrapped this Hakone green. Not quite sure which color this car is underneath, but that doesn't really matter. He's made some changes to the car, obviously. This is rocking the AimGain GTS body kit for the narrow body. So that's front bumper, side skirts, and the rear bumper. Not quite sure which hood this is, so I'm not gonna make a wild guess, but the front end of this, when the kit first came out, I wasn't too sure what to think. It's starting to grow on me. It's kind of a hybrid between a Prius or an R35. But it's got these eyelids on the headlights that extend the hood out just a little bit further, and it gives it such an aggressive stance from the front. But let's go around the back and I'll show you the rear bumper. Coming around to the rear, you can see the rear bumper has much larger exhaust hole cutouts because this car is rocking a quad exit Apex exhaust and not just a dual exit that comes from the factory. Really aggressive rear bumper with the diffuser built in. I think this kit is looking quite good once it's all put together. And if we come around to the wheels, we can see the new Advan GT Beyond Rs. This came together quite nicely. Ran into this familiar looking GR86 outside. It's on air jacks, just propped up on here outside. But this car was actually at SEMA a couple years ago. This is the same Sabre design GT wide body kit that we saw. I don't remember what exact booth it was, but now it looks a little bit different. It's sporting this livery that you might recognize from the Mona Lisa in the Fast and the Furious. Let's take a look around. This kit is it just brings out the race car vibes. It looks so good, especially with this livery with all the sharp body lines it adds. And you guys already know I'm loving these white Advan GTs. Tons of carbon fiber on here. So this is the hood that I helped test fit with Sabre. I think they had to make some modifications for the turbo K-swap they've got under there. Got some nice carbon mirrors. Take a look inside. Some bridge seats. CAE short shifter, not sure if you can see that in there. Got the big old wing on the back and the rear diffuser. This thing is looking pretty tits. Over at the HKS booth, got a new product that I was introduced to. Actually, we came here yesterday. But this is something they're working with Yamaha Performance on. This is a damper that mounts underneath the car onto the frame to help absorb and dampen some of the vibrations and the noise that happens when you're driving out on the street. So that's going to help improve handling, make the car a little bit more comfortable to drive. So they've got a little demonstration out here. So they've got this frame here that we're gonna whack with a hammer, and hopefully you can hear the difference, and maybe I can feel the difference as well. But if we whack this on the corner, I can feel a lot of vibration, and you can kind of hear it as well. And then this one here has a cross brace built in, but again, if I whack it with the hammer, I can still feel quite a bit of vibration, and hopefully you can pick it up in the mic. But this one has the damper installed on it, just the single damper here, and when I whack it on the corner, you can definitely hear the difference, and I can feel that the vibration has been significantly cut down, no matter how hard I whack the corner of this steel frame. So I know they've done a lot of testing on a couple different platforms, but I was on the GR86 and BRZ that it made a significant difference. As far as pricing goes, we don't have any information on that, but it does say here that we can expect these to be on sale this winter. So hopefully this is something we can bring to you guys. I don't know where exactly it mounts underneath the car, so hopefully as more information comes out, we can share that with you guys. At the HKS booth, they also have this VB on display. Not a ton of aftermarket exterior components. They've got, looks like an STI lip up front, some Advan TC4s, Brembos on here. But if we take a look inside the engine bay, they've got a few different goodies. So this is on some Hypermax S coilovers. You can see those camber plates on the strut towers. There is an HKS intake over here. You can see that red, that iconic red mushroom filter. HKS badge on this belt cover here. Kind of an OEM plus look. There is an oil cooler kit installed on this car. You can see the lines coming down. I'm curious where that actually mounts. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so it's right under the driver's side grill here. I'm not sure how well you can see it back there. It's tucked back there and mounted, I think, above up here. You got that nice red oil cap on there. And then I'm not sure what this HKS power editor is. So let me see if I can get some more information on that. And then I think there's some more dress up goodies. Radiator cap here. I think that's everything in here. So I got some more information on the power editor. So this is a piggyback. They are currently doing some testing on it. I think they finished dyno testing. This is gonna add an additional about 20 horsepower. Everything should be plug and play. And they did say that this should be coming soon. And then over on this side for the intake, they were asking some input from me on this. So I'm curious what you guys think about this kind of open airbox design. It does still retain the snorkel, but it still has this open area here. I think they're trying to show off the red mushroom filter. They've got the same kind of mesh design out on here for the display as well. So let me know what you guys think on this sort of open box intake design that they've got going on here. They did say that they're currently doing some dyno testing on here and seeing gains. No power numbers though. The R&D guy is not currently here, so I don't have any more information on it, but I'm curious to see what you guys think. All right, I need to get your guys' thoughts on this. So, G brakes booth. We've got Dustin Williams VB WRX here, all done up. We've got some new Epsilon stuff here. So Epsilon front bumper. It's got some VA vibes to it. Now I know he put this together rather quickly. I would think that you would want to paint that front lip portion black to kind of set it apart. But we've got the massive yellow hella fog lights on there that are kind of cool addition. Still not too sure about the front bumper. We got some side skirts on here as well, carbon fiber side skirts. There's a lot of red going on here, a lot of red. Let's go to the back. So on the back, we also have a new rear bumper. So Epsilon rear bumper as well. It's gotten rid of all that black cladding that was obviously a huge complaint when these cars came out. So there's a better shot of the rear bumper all paint matched. Again, I think it's just a little bit too much red. Maybe if that rear diffuser portion was black, it would look a little bit better. And then the swan neck wing on the back as well. Super aggressive, super high mounts. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on these bumpers. Curious on your thoughts. I don't know if you guys have heard of Nitron suspension, but they've been around for a while. Mostly done like Porsche stuff, European stuff. They're based in the UK. I believe they have a location out in California as well. But Yo knows them from the Porsche stuff. They happen to stumble upon their GR86 R3 coilovers. So this has a bunch of knickknacks on it. Super nice camber plates, adjustment up top for the damping, compression adjustments, low speed, high speed in the external reservoir. Just messing with these knobs, I can feel the quality, the difference in quality to cheap coilovers that I have had in the past, and just the attention to detail from every nut and bolt on here. You can just see the difference in quality. And Nitron has built a very well-known brand for themselves for the European market. So it's cool to see that they're spending some time to develop things for the GR86 and BRZ as well. Obviously, there's a little bit of a price gap between, say, a GR86 compared to the Porsche market. And yes, these are going to be quite expensive, but rather than having to buy a crappy set of coilovers twice or 3 times, you can spend that money and just start with a really nice set of coilovers and never have to go back and forth. So we're gonna work with Nitron, see if we can offer these on the website and maybe get a set on Yo or I's car to test out. Also, if you take a look over here, they've got this front lift system that, with a press of a button, hydraulic system, you can lift the front end. Maybe if I install an aggressive wide body kit later in the future, we can adapt something like this onto the coilovers for the GR86, and I don't have to worry about scraping everywhere I go because I can just press the button, lift the front up, and then we're good to go. All right, guys, that is going to do it for this year at SEMA. I know there wasn't a ton of coverage, but hopefully you enjoyed the GR86s and BRZs. Let me know which one was your favorite down in the comment section down below. And if I missed one, throw it down in the comment section as well. I'll check it out later and let you guys know what I think. We're going to head out now and get some much needed dinner. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.